So, what is TESTPLUG? TESTPLUG is a moniker that I've used for probably, 20 years now. It's all from an anime that I watched when I was quite younger, and it's something that I've just used since then. It is always kind of been something that has inspired creativity in me, and it is just kind of showing how you don't always know exactly what you're doing. Sometimes you're just testing it out. But that's realistically what creativity is, isn't it? It's learning how to test out new things and use that the best way possible. So with this channel, I'm hoping to make new things. I'll be creating some stuff. I'll be talking to creators, and I don't know, down the road, we'll see where it goes from there. But this is just the start, and welcome to TESTPLUG. So the project really should be a pretty easy build. I'm using some wood that was found out in a park, and Dad lovely at one point had pulled the bark and let it dry for me. So here we go, I'm using this. It's nice, I had some scrap wood around, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that down, as you can see. Using my trusty speed square. Needs a speed square, but I'm gonna try to do it out of one piece of wood, and it makes the most sense. The branches themselves are from a broadleaf maple. It's actually a pretty hard wood. They have really long branches, but I'm trying to get the prettiest pieces out of these cuts to use, and it's, I can use a lot of the wood, but I don't have to skimp it either. I have two more pieces, actually, if I needed to find another chunks that I'd like. All right, let's bring it over to the saw. I am in no way sponsored by any device. As you can see, I have the cheapest of Harbor Freight tools. Not knocking Harbor Freight tools. They definitely have their place, but if I was doing anything professionally with this stuff, I would probably, start a bonfire and burn it. As you'll see as I get into this, actually how hard this maple is. I'm leaving this in real time just so you can see how long it's cutting, and I am now about a quarter way into it. Part of that's the saw, part of it's the thickness and hardness of the wood. But that's not going to do. So let's change this up. Yep, once again, as you can see, I'm not sponsored by any tool company. If anyone wants to change that and send me some tools, that'd be awesome. But at this point, use my trusty old, and I do say old because I think I've had this thing for at least 15 years, table saw. And it still cuts. It still have all my fingers, so we're good to go with that. So now we have the pieces down to a usable size. The problem is that the branches aren't square. So I'm going to screw them onto these couple pieces of wood and use the table saw once again just to clean up the edges and to bring them to a relative squareness to my work. Getting them on here center is, well, it's a good idea, but there's a lot of irregularities in the shape of these, so just trying to get them close. You know, it's nice to have things all perfect and aesthetic, but that's not exactly what we're going through with these boards. The glue I'm using here is a two-part. It's realistically just crazy glue or super glue, and then you use the spray afterwards to activate it quickly. It's nice because I am going to screw all these pieces in afterwards, but it put just a little bit of permanence in where they are and how they're lined up. The tops of these are going to be just a little bit trickier because if I would have thought about it beforehand, I would have used the saw to put an angle on these, but instead we're just going to have to use some shims. They don't need a lot of slant, just a little bit to maybe face them towards you depending on how high they are, how tall they are. I'm barely even putting like a 4-degree angle on these, but it should be fun. Another indispensable tool has got to be a 4-inch grinder, especially with the work I've been doing on my motorcycle, and just, I don't know, any project I do lately seems that I've been using this. Different blades, different, sanders on it, but you got to respect it, but it's not anywhere near as dangerous as it looks. As long as you have a guard to keep your fingers out of the way, you're pretty much safe. use a dust mask, you know, use some eye protection. But yeah, it's indispensable. And then here I just beat it up a little bit with a hammer just to make it a little bit uglier. And that's what we do. Well, that was our speaker stand building video. One of many, hopefully. I don't think I'll be building many more speaker stands, so never mind that statement. But you never know. And we'll be doing the stuff with their overhead camera here at the desk. Some stuff out back with my motorcycle. And visiting some friends here and there and doing some stuff with them as well. So thanks for watching.